So after 12 years and 147 Premier League clean sheets, David De Gea has left Manchester United. No doubt Joel, he leaves as a club legend, but was it the right decision for him to go?
Yeah, I think on a human side, it was definitely the wrong choice in terms of how it all went about, in terms of taking back the contracts, leaving it until July for the contract to actually expire. But in terms of a footballing point of view, it's absolutely the right decision. I mean, the last 2 years, he's been pretty much coasting. He's been a bit of a weak spot in the side. When you used to see the games last season against Sevilla, against West Ham, it was just, when the goalkeeper starts costing you games, that's when you know it's time to move on. And I just think with his salary as well, it was the right decision for all parties to move on. I'm just not so happy with the way in which United actually went about it at the end. I think it could have been a little bit more respectful. But, you know, as we see with other players, Lionel Messi went out the back door at Barcelona, and we know how much of a instrumental player he was there. So I think in the end, everyone will be happy when they look back. But I think for United to move forward, football-wise, it was just essential for him to move on.
Where does he rank, Marley, in terms of legends of the Premier League in that goalkeeper position? 147 clean sheets. I think that puts him fourth on the all-time list. How do you see his performances over the years?
Yeah, there's no doubt that he's been great over the years. I just think he's sort of past his time a little bit, and he's sort of expired. His performances have suffered in the last couple of years, and I think they've been on show when Ten Hag came into Man United and he improved the defence immediately by signing Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez. You know, all of a sudden Man United look good at the back, but when they get past the back line, any opposition, they're not facing enough of a challenge in De Gea. And then when you factor in the money he's costing every week and the fact that he's pretty poor with his feet, you know, he's not a modern sort of goalkeeper. He's not one that can start attacks from the back. He looks a bit limited with his distribution and things like that. And then when you factor in that he's on 375 grand a week and has been for a few years, it's a huge sum of money to be paying for a goalkeeper that's past his best, and not quite in line with what you're trying to do at the club. So fair play for them for letting him go. It is the right decision, but they've came to it in a typically Man United fashion of sort of bumbling towards it and not being decisive. But they've got the right decision, I think.